Hello, Maria Drushkova here for Multiplication Explorers. We have a great question that came from Anonymous on the forum, and I'm going to screen share in a second. So beautiful fractal here. So the question is, do we start with tasks or with terms? What comes first? And there is a beautiful poem by Goethe. It starts from "In the beginning was the word," but ends with "In the beginning was the deed." So the action. So different people start with words, with actions, with terms, with activities. It's really your preference. But one thing is clear, you need both at some point. Google is great for actually looking up terms, but the question is, will it make sense? So I'm going to use these terms, factor, factorization, and prime, in playing with a diagram. Now, this is a beautiful tool that I like. It's an interacting diagram, and I'm going to just run it up from 1 to maybe about 10. So some numbers have just one color. What you notice, some have 2 or more. Can we find the number with more than 2 colors? So let's see if we can. That's one color, 2 colors, 1 color, 2 colors. No, no, no. Lots of circles, but no. And do they exist? Do they exist? Not, not yet. That's pretty far. Oh, look, 3 colors here. So what do the colors signify? What do they mean? Why does 30 have 3 colors and 29 only has 1? So these are the questions that can be answered with the word factor, factorization, and prime. So the factors are numbers that comprise the product. So in this case, 2 times 3 times 5 makes 30. These are the factors, and they are color coded. And some numbers have a lot of factors, but of the same kind, in this case 2. And some numbers only have 1 color, and so 1 factor here in this field. These numbers are called prime. And what we've been looking at, these circles and the representation of numbers in circles. By the way, you can change the order and something beautiful happens. So these things we were looking at are called factorization diagram. Factorization is the process of splitting the number into factors. So the same number, you can split factors in different ways, but also you could present this 28 as 4 times 7. So this tool doesn't do it, but you could if you wanted to, and that would be still another factorization of number 28. So once again, to use the words, number 28 has factors 2, 7, 4, and the diagram of how these factors can look like if you present the number with dots and circles. In this case, it's a factorization diagram. And the number that only has really 1 factor itself is called prime. So here we are, and here I am back from this exploration. You can play with these activities without any words at all. You can play silently. You can invite your children to make their own words for what they see. There are very simple and generic questions you can ask about any activity. What do you see? What changes between steps from one episode to the next of the activity? What stays the same? What patterns do you notice? So when you ask these questions, you invite your child to use some words, and children use their own words, but they may ask you in turn, what is it usually called? What do you call it when? And if you don't know, you can ask on the forums, or you can look up terms on Google, as the anonymous on the forum suggested.